today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the AFC NFC Pro Bowl.
Well, we are a week away from Super Bowl 55 in Tampa, but the very best players in the NFL have made the trip out to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Harris returning, fighting it off. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now an all-pro from the Carolina Panthers, it's Christian McCaffrey. And he will carry this one in. Touchdown NFC. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the NFC has taken the early lead. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
His kick is good, and the NFC goes up 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. So now the AFC offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up. On third down, Jackson. He can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is Harris. And they can't bring him down. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the NFC is going to have a short field as they take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. They've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember the last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position, so let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones. 37 yards. And the NFC able to widen their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball. You
got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The AFC offense making their way back out. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, the hitter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 14-0 the score. This is the 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Jackson steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Smith in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. They're shoving his way inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't.
Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the NFC adds on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Complete to Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On 3rd down, Wilson looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's Hardman to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but hold on, they're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowl corner, Jalen Ramsey. And put it on the board at 6, a touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
This is it! This is it!
Lamar Jackson going to lead the AFC offense back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Well, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Jackson. It's Hill. Complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown. Julio Jones. In the final seconds of the first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 13. First down NFC.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going.
And it's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some team...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. A draw play for Mixon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd. And it is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Harris to return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. A scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Now, this one has been fun so far, as the Pro Bowl usually is. A lot of relaxed faces out there. 2nd and 10. And they almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Looking deep for Julio. He's got it at the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the NFC just continuing to pour it on. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That burst good for 20 and a first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will carry this one in. Touchdown NFC. Christian McCaffrey. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
And he's going to keep it here. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson, complete to tight end Kelsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. That's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing it. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's brought one them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag. They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game. But the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.